We're looping back. Why are we looping back? Is the mic on? All right. Not quite sure what's going on. I'm using a new platform. And I'm a little bit stuck. I'm seeing something, but I'm not quite sure that it says 0, so that should disappear. Leave that. Oh, I know why, because I have YouTube open. Let me close YouTube. Wow, and that's so amateur. That is so amateur, Mr. Luby. That should be a whole lot better. Because I was hearing everything twice, so apologies if anybody is looking on and wondering what is going on and why I haven't kicked in and started talking about anything just as yet. So let's get into this. What are we talking about today? So I'm not quite seeing. I'm just waiting for it to show up on the live. Just waiting for it. So apologies if anybody's checked in and come on. So let's pull this back up. Put it back down. So publish, back to live mode. Now that's back on the screen. Come on, thing. It can't be that much of a delay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream. Cancel. Still in preview mode. Why are we in preview mode? I don't want to publish. I'm so sorry if anybody did tune in and then, man. Why are we in preview mode? I don't want to publish. So that's the crazy thing. It sounds like it's like I am live. It's doing the thing. But there's a couple things that I just can't doesn't seem to be going too well. So like this timer will not come off of the screen. And I've taken the timer off the screen. Why is it still showing? Cancel. Anyway, this is crazy. This is quite annoying. So you can see me. Which is cool. You can see me. Let's come into, or maybe we just turn the camera to just a little bit. That's better. So I can lean up against the. So what's up? Welcome. So I'm gonna have to go back and edit this, and I'm gonna definitely have to go back and edit this and start it over. So my name is Enis Luby of Say With Your Legs Media, and welcome to today's broadcast. And if you can hear me, if anyone's there, if you can hear me, because this is really confusing. This is really, really confusing. So my broadcast went okay this morning, but right now it's just not playing ball. So if I remove the picture, you get a double picture of me, and let's remove this one here as well too. And let's bring that back out. Oh, wrong one. So I put the brightness up. I don't want the brightness up. So let's do that. Let's do that. And then we're going to bring the picture back. And then what we do is we check the picture up in the corner. So what I wanted to do was to have the picture as the main part of the, and it's still not changing on the stream. Oh my goodness. Not changing. Let's close that. No. So we are live. I can see me moving about, but man. And it's looking good on my preview screen, but it's not showing up on the. I'm looking like a hack. Back to live mode. Publish. Live. So maybe it'll change. Let's see what happens. Okay. Just waiting. It says live. Let's see what happens. There we go. That's what's up. Finally, at last. Anyway, like I said, thank you. Fix that. If you are tuning in, if you do tune in, so I'm going to repost this as well. Anyway, like I said, as you can see, it's the flyers, the big three. And Bini is not in the big three. And why did I make this poster? Why did I make this flyer? So my name is Enis Luby. This is Say It With Your Legs Media. And today we're going to talk about Ronde. Is it Ronde Vandalen? Nope. Let's get the proper name. I should probably just type it up and put it in here. Let's get that. So while I'm doing that, so basically, I'm going down on Instagram, and I see this week's pick for the big classic. The big classic this week. So I'm going to try the share screen feature. Let's see what happens. So there you go. What am I seeing? I'm not seeing anything. Install system audio. I don't know whether to hit yes. Okay. So what's cool about this? And broadcast and install later. Okay. So what's cool about this, what I'm showing you now, is basically I'm gonna go to my screen, and what you're seeing here is basically I'm gonna go to, this is Ron Vendelin, and here we have, that's not showing it. So what I want to show you is so I gotta click this one. So this will show you, that's the women's race. Sorry. So that's interesting. It's only the 20th running of the women's race. Okay, here we go. Women's. Did I click the right one? Okay, there we go. So it's got to be this one. So first thing I'm going to show you is who are the teams. And then what I need to do is entire screen. Yeah, we got you. So I'm gonna drop down out of this. Bear with me. Thank you for your patience. I'm gonna move this out of the way. We probably can make this small. Gonna make me small. That's me on the Stelvio in Italy. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this some more. So we have the wall matching. Oh, we got rid of the matching background wall, matching me. So here we go. And now we're going to drop down to, so basically, so now what we have here, I'm able to show you the teams, the top 3 teams. So we had Alpecin-Deceuninck, Jumbo-Visma, and UAE. Those are the 3 teams that are going to be, shooting for the top prize. And at the top of that list of each one is Alpecin-Deceuninck is Van der Poel, Mathieu Van der Poel, who's won a classic already, Milan to San Remo. He won the first classic. The opening, it's like the beginning of the season. It's when the racing really starts. So Milan to San Remo was won by Mathieu Van der Poel, which is the longest race. It's really flat. One really big mountain, but the mountain is not steep at all. He won that. Then you have Jumbo-Visma, which is being led by Wout van Aert, and he won the Saxo Bank, which is sort of like used to be known as a sprinters classic, but it's more like a strongman's race basically, and he won that. And then you have Tadej Pogacar. I can't believe I messed that up. We have Tadej Pogacar, and he's going to be so he's won a couple stage races. He's won more races than the both of them put together since the season opening. He won his first race of the season. Tadej Pogacar, amazing. He rides for UAE Team Emirates, and the team surrounding him, he's got Rui Alava. I can't see, that's too far. Bax is his last name. Mikel Bujog, Matteo Trentino, Tim Wellens, and one other name. Wout Art has Eduardo Affini, Tige Benoit, Christophe Laporte, Tim Van Dijk, Josh, and that's crazy. Jumbo-Visma's team is basically all Belgians, one rider from the Netherlands and one Italian. So Van Hoek. And then you got Alpecin de Koning, which is supported by riders that are supporting Van der Poel, is Sylvain Diller, Maurice Ballested, Michael Gog, Severin Kang, Gianni Vermashi, and Jandro Morsch. I probably said his name wrong. I'm still going to learn it. So then we go down and we don't see, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know if this is how they're ranking the team, but they got Intermarché, so it's not in alphabetical order. So, but Intermarché is down as is the 12th team down on the list, and obviously Bini and Gourmet's got 1-1-1. So the leaders of each team are going to have like 1 in the series of numbers. So you got Bini and Gourmet, he's got 1-1-1. You look at Soudal Quick Step, you got Julian Alaphilippe. We can't forget about Alaphilippe. He's got number 71. We got Thomas Pidcock for Ineos. So these are riders that are going to be definitely featured in this Sunday's race. Dylan Tynes for Israel Premier Attack. And let me see. No, I don't see him. No Froome. This race is probably a bit too hard for Froome. He's not on it yet. He's just not on it. Let's go down with who we got. Movie star. We got Ivan Garcia. He's leading them out for movie star. And KX Semzik. That's crazy. KX Semzik. We haven't heard anything else from Nairo Quintana. We haven't heard anything else from him. So I guess he's conceding that that it's basically his race career is over unless he comes back next year or something. And then we go down to Total Energies, and we got it's like the older guys at the bottom. That's crazy. So we got Peter Sagan. He's Total Energies. Looks like he's leading Total Energies out. And then we got Alexander Kristoff. So these are 2 riders that if things are going well and they get it right on the day, they can pull out something impressive. But let's get back up to the top. We got Van der Poel, Wout van Aert, and Tadej Pogačar. And the other rider that you would think would we got to give a mention to Jesper Stuyven for Trek Segafredo. We can't not. And then we got Caleb Ewan. Now Caleb Ewan, he did pretty good in the last classic, and he was right there towards almost to the end. But let's see, maybe he's coming to form, and hopefully he's able to get things right. But this is the big 3. Like if you go along like most cycling media things, they have it as basically Alpecin de Koning, Jumbo-Visma, and UAE Team Emirates. So which is Van der Poel, Wout van Aert, and Tadej Pogačar. And rightly so, because these are the riders that are on form and that are winning the races. So this is what's up. So let's see. So Sunday is going to be so interesting. I'm really looking forward to Sunday's race and what's going to happen. So in Milan to San Remo, I personally thought that if Bini would have been in the right place at the right time, like if he would have been at when Van der Poel went, I believe personally Bini is the only person with the power like one mano that could have like probably set on Van der Poel's wheel, and that would have pissed Van der Poel right off, because Bini would have sat on the wheel and tried not to do anything. it's fair play, fair play. But I don't know. I mean, and this is my thing. He's not into the top 3. And I do have to admit that because he is not in the top 3, it only goes down to like the results that he's had. And I thought I sort of I tried to think like, okay, Mathieu Van der Poel went down to Tirreno Adriatico, and he sort of had a so-so like showing at Tirreno Adriatico. And then what happened was when he came up to Milan to San Remo, this was the race that he was targeted. This is the race that he solely wanted to win. And the bookmakers like practically wrote him off because of his it's a 5-day stage race, Tirreno Adriatico, and because of the way he rode, the bookmakers pretty much wrote him off like, no, Wout van Aert, Tadej Pogačar, that's your favorites for Milan to San Remo, and he just totally surprised them. So because Bini had a similar campaign, whereas he had like he went down to Mallorca, won a race in Mallorca, and then I can't remember the other race he won, and then he had some good results, and then his results teetered off, and he was having mediocre results similar to Mathieu van der Poel. So I'm thinking, yeah, he's probably gonna do the same thing as Mathieu van der Poel. But that was not the case. That was not the case. In this last race in Wevelgem, he had a crash early, probably mid-race, mid-race, 1 kilometer, 111, on 111 kilometer. He ran into the bollards that were on the side of the road. Luckily, the bollards, they had them padded up. So probably the only thing that got hurt badly was probably his pride, because he went down and he crashed. But he did that, and he did finish the race, which hats off to Bini, because when you're not in the run-ins, when you're off the back and you're basically riding to finish, you focus so much on what's going around. When you're actually up there on a day like it was wet, it was rainy, it was miserable, the roads were horrible. But when you're in the mix and you're riding, you don't notice any of that until the end. When you're off the back like that and you're not in the runnings and you still got to ride hard just to finish, you focus on it and you feel it. And you're so focused on, I just need to finish so that I can get in and get dry, get cleaned up and everything. So hats off to Bini for finishing and not pulling out, because he could have easily pulled out, because so many people did. Filippo Ganna had a crash earlier, but before Bini crashed, and after his crash, he just called it a day. I don't know how bad it was, but most of these guys, like when they do crash, like if they can keep going, they keep going. But if they do have something else going on, or they're planning and they're thinking about the future, they just call it a day. So, but Bini rode to the end, and I'm not quite sure if that's going to be a good thing or bad thing for him. So this Sunday, we got the 107th running of the Ronde van Vlaanderen. Ronde van Vlaanderen. Ooh, that's a bit of a tongue twister. So we got the 107th running of this race, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, because there are enough people in there to actually make it interesting and to keep it going. So let's see what happens on Sunday. So basically, what I wanted to talk about Bini was that I don't feel like they've been surrounding him with riders that could really do the business. Like Rui Costa is probably like the main guy. So Rui Costa and Mike Teunissen, those two guys, that's like an army. That's like a really strong army. Mike Teunissen, Rui Costa, and then you got Bini Mgirme. With those three riders, you now have a chance to get Bini anywhere he needs to be, so he can compete and he can get to the finish. But if you just send Bini out there, I'm not putting shame on any of the other riders, but Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogačar, these guys, they have solid, super strong riders around them. So, but we do have Rui Costa. He's riding on Sunday. Rui Costa's riding on Sunday. You got, is it Rui Costa? No, sorry. The rider that caught my eye was Taco van der Hoorn. So Taco van der Hoorn is a classics specialist. So that might be a little bit of a clash, because if anybody else is definitely capable and should be up in like the top 10, Taco will definitely be one of those riders in the top 10. Taco will definitely be one of those riders in the top 10. And then depends on what happens between Taco and Bini. Is Taco going to support Bini, or is Taco, if he gets an opportunity, is he going to take it and just go for glory? That's the question. That's definitely going to be a huge question. So the team that he has around him, like I said, there's no Mike Teunissen and there's no Rui Costa. So the army goes up to 4 now. Bini is their superstar, but it just feels like to me like this is your superstar. Why don't you have your your strongest riders around you. So you got Bini Gourmet, you got Taco van der Horn, and no Rui Costa. No Rui Costa. Said it again because I was away from the mic. No Rui Costa. And no Mike Teunissen. And Mike Teunissen is his main, is like, the whole reason, like from what I understood, they brought him in the team was to give him a really strong lead out person, really strong lead out man. So he's doing all of these major races and you don't have the man that they're supposed to be supporting. Now, I'm not going to try and find the footage, or maybe I'll try to find the footage because I did talk about it. And let's see if I can find it. I'm going to try and find it. Don't worry, I don't have nothing on here that it's that I don't mind people seeing. So what race was it? I got too many files on here. Strada, no. Okay, no, I'm not gonna find it. I know it's here somewhere. Maybe if I go to, and where are we? So I must have deleted that video. So is the poster videos in it? No. Trying to find. No, I don't have it. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. So basically, I was trying to find the footage of the race footage where Bini finished. I probably can find it if I go to YouTube, actually. So let's go to YouTube. There's Bini Fan Club on Facebook. What's up? Anybody from the Bini fans? Anybody from the Bini Fan Club Facebook? If you're logged in. If you're logged in, say something. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. You know we do. We're going to get the next year. Say, right now, this is what you're seeing. Say it with your legs. Media is like this compared to everybody else. But next year, this time, we will be in the mix. And we will be doing the do and getting it in. So let's go to YouTube and my channel. Your channel, I think, yeah, we're on your channel now. Yeah, okay. Live videos. And let's find Bini. So let's real quick too as well, because this is just cycling talk. Let's talk about Africa's best cyclists. So basically, Africa's best cyclists, when I put this up, I got a lot of pushback from like Eritrean, Ethiopian cyclists saying that I don't have all of the like top riders in Africa. So there's definitely a bit of a misunderstanding. So basically, all of the riders that are in this top list are riders that are racing professionally inside of Europe. So these are obviously the best riders because they've got pro contracts inside of Europe. That was the basis of this list. So it was not discarding or so. So let's go down to Bini's win number 1. Let's see if it's let's mute that and let's drag it back. So that's did I get Bini's first? So we got Kobe Guvison. So I just want to highlight what I saw. He won this race, but let's just highlight some stuff really quickly. Okay, so we go from right here. Now, let's have a look at this. So we have Teunissen. He's in second wheel. Bini is just off to the. He's off here to the right a little bit, and he's got to basically get here, get around. That looks like Christoph because it's on an X. I believe it's on an X. It could be on an X. I don't think it's Jumbo. Or it could be Jumbo, the yellow front of the bike. But he's got to get around this rider here. Sorry that the picture's all blurry. To get to Teunissen. Now let's see what happens in the next like 200 meters, I guess. So here we are. Now look at what's going on right now. Bini is looking to his left. He is like following, like it looks like the movie star guys are going to the front. So at this point, this says a lot to me. It's like I would have sat down in the bus or wherever we sat down in the hotel and afterwards and talked. Like, you don't trust your riders. You don't trust your train. You got to, in order to get to that place, you have to trust them. So his train is going one way, he's going the other way, and then his train is also looking over to the movie star train. And as far as I'm concerned, Mike Teunissen and the other rider is just as strong as everybody else. So it's like they have they're still riding like a second tier team instead of the pro team that they are. So let's just push on a few seconds more. So here we see now, Mike's realized what's going on. He's left the rider. This rider's doing the work. And instead of these guys getting on, doing the business and getting it on and rolling out, because they're less than 1.5 kilometers away from the finish. Bini's obviously, he's made up his mind. And then watch what Mike has to do. Watch what Mike Teunissen has to do. So now Mike is here and he looks like, okay, cool. Bini's sort of behind me. He has no idea that Bini's there as well. But Bini's sort of behind me and I'm going to crack on. So now Bini's about 2 or 3 riders behind. So Bini's not even in the wheel anymore. Bini is not even in the wheel anymore. The other Intermarché rider sees what's going on and he's just like, okay, whatever. And then we have another Intermarché rider like to the far back to the back on the left on the outside, and it's just hanging out. And it just baffles me. I'm like, if I was the director, the sportive director, I would have been like, yo, what's going on? Are we out here for play or something? We come here to win some races and, not just get lucky and win races. We want to prepare for the future so that we can do this and show that people that we can do this. So right now, Intermarché is totally disorganized. You got one rider trying to get in the mix with the movie star train. You got another rider who's just kicked off because he's done his bit. He's done. And then you got another rider he's just like hanging out just so he can get a high place. So look at this part right here. This right here is amazing because they are not like on their own accord, riding on their own accord. This is what is happening. This is what's happening. So the movie star rider, he's put in a massive effort to be to the front, and he's like, I'm done. And because Teunissen is the wrong side of the wheel, he can't stay there because if he doesn't move right, he's going to get taken out. So he has to move right as well. Totally coming out. And then watch this. Watch what happens. Look where Teunissen is. Not even close. Not even in the picture. The movie star rider is looking left. He's like, I'm done. Everything. I'm done. So right now, Teunissen is looking back over to the movie star train, like he's got to get back over there. I'm trying to figure out why he feels like he's got to get back over there. Does he even know where Bini is? Does he even have a clue where Bini is? But he's focused on getting back over there. And you see he makes it back over there. I just want to say, do you know the energy and what you have to use to make that move around the guy that just came off the front and go back and you're still in the wind. You're not on nobody's wheel. He didn't duck behind him, use his draft a little bit and sling over there. He went in front of him and around him and back over to the train that was driving. So what's he doing now? Where are we to now? So we see Mike Teunissen and we see Bini. Bini's not even on his wheel. So we got movie star. Is that Jumbo? It's Jumbo Visma. We got movie star. We got Jumbo Visma rider. And we got 2 Astana riders in front of Bini. And then comes Mike Teunissen, and Bini's not even on his wheel. So we got we got a Jumbo rider, Mike Teunissen, and then another Jumbo rider, and Bini's like sort of to the right. So, and I feel Bini really got lucky today. He really got lucky. So Movie Star is definitely winding it up. And here comes Bahrain victorious, pushing to the front, doing his thing. He takes one big stab at it, but it's a slightly uphill finish. So what Bini does, Bini goes to the outside, and then he gets a clear run at the line. He got a clear run at the line. And the advantage he had was because it was going uphill. So, 1 second. Just let that play a little bit. So, and that's how the race was won. So this is my reasoning behind why. Let's close that down. Escape. Come out of there. So this is the reason why I personally feel like Intermarché needs to get it together. They really need to get it together, or it's going to be just like disappointment after disappointment. He's doing the Giro. I'm looking forward to the Giro and what's going to be going on with the Giro, and hoping that things go well. So, but anyway, that's it. We've been here for 36 minutes. I'm not going to keep it too long. So, like I said, let's drop this down and bring this back up. And I didn't even know how to come out of the full screen anymore. But anyway, entire screen. No, I don't want the entire screen. And so, anyway, I hope you get to watch Van Velderen, and I just hope you get to watch it, because it's going to be an awesome race. You got, like I said, Tadej Pogačar, Wout van Aert, and Mathieu van der Poel. And the bookmakers haven't put Bini in the top 3. And if you're honest with yourself, you can't blame them, because he really hasn't, featured or shown, or usually a rider's nipping at the heels of the big contenders, and he's not. So with that, I'm going to end today's cycling news, or cycling weekly, or cycling talk. And I was due to have a interview with a pro rider this week, but he had an emergency come up, so we didn't get that interview. So hopefully we'll get that interview in the coming days, and I'll be able to broadcast that. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, share, and thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.